Hi, I'm Angela Stanton. It's nice to meet you. It feels very odd talking to you via computer because I'm actually just looking at a blank white screen right now. But I wanted you to have the opportunity to at least see a face with the voice, if you'd like to call it that you're going to see in emails, news feeds, PowerPoints, and other things across the entire semester. And I had promised you I wanted to tell you a little bit about me, and I thought, well, instead of typing it, and instead of going through my very long resume, I just give you a little bit of background about me, and then maybe talk a little bit about the course that you all have graciously signed up for this semester. Um, Analytics has been a part of my life actually for a very long time. I was doing analytics before there was something called analytics. It was really called business intelligence, marketing research, competitive intelligence, and other things, and it sort of morphed into this area we now call analytics because of the vast stores of data that companies have today. My career, though, actually began in the 80s when I graduated from college with a degree in management information systems. I was not in marketing at all at that time, although I did have a Bachelor of Business Administration, but it was focused on technology. And when I went to college, I actually thought I was going to be the world's greatest programmer, thought I'd probably go to work for Microsoft or something like that. But I'm originally from the Tidewater area, and for those of you that know anything about the Norfolk, Virginia Beach area, it's very highly military dominated. I went to work for a government contractor, and what I quickly realized is that I actually didn't like fixing broken code, which is what I spent a great deal of time doing early in my career. I was able to do some systems analysis and design, but staying in a cubicle all day was not something that was completely appealing to me. And I looked at sort of the career trajectory of other people that were doing similar jobs and decided that maybe I didn't want to do that for the duration of my career. Although I have to say the background that I have in IT has been incredibly useful to me and is one of the reasons that I'm actually teaching this particular course. However, my first employer paid for my master's degree. So I went back to school, took a course in marketing, particularly marketing management, which is a class that all of you have to take and is involved in most MBA programs, and I really liked it. That caused me to take a class in marketing research, and that class actually really changed my career trajectory. Marketing research allowed me to combine sort of my technical skills with analytical skills, with communication skills, with decision-making skills, and it really sort of blended all of them together. So I finished my MBA. I was fortunate enough to be able to begin working in the marketing area, and then I was able to begin doing marketing research consulting with Will Stanton, who some of you know, and if you don't know him, you hopefully will know him because he teaches basically the follow-on course to this, which will be offered in the spring, Predictive Analytics and Data Mining. We began working together. We did a lot of work for companies that you know, AT&T, Lucent Technology, Bank of America, Nationwide Insurance, American Express. There's a long laundry list, and you can see some of the companies that I've done work for in my resume. I did a lot of traditional marketing research, but we also did a lot of analytical type work for many of these companies because, frankly, even though these companies have lots of great talent, their talents were not necessarily in these areas. So you might wonder, well, what am I doing here? Well, as part of our consulting work, we did a lot of executive training. And executive training was really the first thing that sort of gave me that teaching bug. And I thought I really enjoy this, and I like communicating with people on this particular level, which is why this online class is going to take me a little while to get used to. But I also learned that if I really wanted to teach, I needed to go back and get my doctorate. So I decided to pursue a doctorate in marketing. Completed that in 1999, began teaching at James Madison University in 2000, and that's actually, Will was already at Radford at that time, and I commuted from here to James Madison for 3.5 years. A position opened up here, and I have been very fortunate to be at a place that is allowing us to try and expand our boundaries and new horizons and doing things like analytics, because hopefully you've already begun to see that companies are becoming more and more and more analytically focused. Part of it is because of the vast stores of data that these companies have, and they must find ways to utilize those vast stores of data. It's really critical. So I'm really thrilled that we're offering the course. And let me just explain a little bit about our curriculum here. We designed my course to really be the first course, and I know a couple of you have already taken Will's class. My class is really designed to provide the foundational knowledge in analytics. Will's class is more designed to do the actual data mining and predictive analytics using a lot of statistical tools and techniques. This particular course, besides covering some of the basic background of analytics, is going to get more into the technical and IT side of analytics, because if you look at job ads in analytics, and I would be happy, and I'll probably post some of them so you can kind of get a sense of what they're like, a lot of those job ads will require you to know things like structured query language, also known as SQL, something we do in this course. Because it's great that you can go in and mine the data, but companies also expect you to know how to extract the data, how to query the data, and do all those kinds of things as well. So you're going to see in this course that we delve into those particular topic areas. You might ask, why Excel? Why are we doing anything in Excel in this class? Actually, if you do any research in this area, you're going to find that a whole lot of companies are still using Excel for their analytics. And I put that in quotes because Excel certainly has some analytical capability, but it doesn't have the same capability as SAS or SPSS or other pieces of software that were really designed for that particular purpose. However, companies are demanding that employees have better and better Excel skills, and there is no better way to show that you have those Excel skills than through certification. I will record something a little later to talk a little bit more about the certification process and the kinds of things you can expect in the exam. But I want you to have that credential. I have found from employers that I've worked with that they value that credential because it's proof of purchase to them that you can't just put on your resume, I'm proficient in. You actually have an outside certification says you know it. And the kinds of things we're going to do in Excel are things that companies that are involved in the analytics area would do, from cleaning their data to running pivot tables to doing some visualization with the charting features that are involved in it. A little bit about me personally. As I mentioned, my husband, Will Stanton, is here in the marketing department. We've been married almost 20 years coming this spring. And we built a house about 10 minutes from the RU campus on 80 acres of land. We looked for property for a very long time. Building our house, a lot of people say building the house is the absolute worst thing you could do, but it actually is not. If I go back a little further in my life, the only other place I lived besides the New River Valley area is actually in the Norfolk area. I was born and raised there. My father was in the military. He actually came to this country from Italy on a boat all by himself when he was 16 years old. But he did join the military. He participated in World War II and the Korean War, stayed in the military for 20 years. I happened to be born in his last tour of duty, which was Norfolk, and they just decided that was a good place to retire, so they stayed there. I have siblings that are much older than me. I was one of those midlife, oh my God, I'm having another children. I don't have any children. Will does have 2 children. But we have furry children. We have 2 dogs, 2 cats. Outside of school, I like to be outside. I like to garden. Maybe I'll show you some pictures of that. I do enjoy that. I actually can food, which some people find to be kind of an interesting quirk for somebody that does the kind of work that I do. I also love to cook, and I enjoy trying new recipes and things like that. But I do look forward to working with you. I really wish this class had remained face-to-face. But sometimes things are above your pay grade. I do hope that you all feel free to come and see me, to contact me in whatever way when you have questions, because the biggest disadvantage of not being together in a computer lab doing this, which the way the course was originally designed, is that if you're having a problem, I'm not going to know it unless you share it with me. And also, frankly, you're going to have to be a little more motivated to push yourself to do things. And I will try to make it as easy for you as possible. I will try to be as organized as possible. And I really look forward to seeing your introductions so that I can learn more about you. I really do encourage you to come and see me if you're able to over the course of the semester. I would love to meet you in person. I would love to serve not only as your instructor for the course, but if you'd like, as a person to help you in your career. I'm happy to look at your resume if you're so interested. If you're not a working professional, I'd be happy to work with you in any way I can to help you sort of move forward and get started. So that's it. And I, again, enjoy this opportunity to share a little bit with you, and I hope you all have a great day. And as I said before, I'm looking very forward to working with you this semester.